Hey, this is Carmel. I'm one of your summer camp counselors for 2013, and I'm here with Minnesota, and we're just going to ask him a few questions about his experience here at summer camp. So, Minnesota.
What's up?
Are you from Minnesota?
I knew that was going to be one of the questions. I grew up in Minnesota, so
Awesome.
I moved out to Cali from Minnesota like
So you're a
5 or 6
Midwest
years
boy
ago.
then, huh?
Yes, kind of.
Well, this is a Midwest fest, so
Exactly.
you fit right
I'm
in,
close
right?
to home, yes.
How many times have you come to summer camp?
It's my second year.
Second year. So what made you decide to come back?
They booked me again, and that was my decision. We definitely took the booking. We had fun last year, so.
So are you going to be traveling around to different festivals over the summer, kind of dropping the bass?
Yes, definitely dropping the bass.
All right, so what other festivals do you think you'll be at this summer? Where can we find you?
I'm doing Wakarusa next weekend. And
That would be awesome.
yeah, I'm doing Wakarusa. I'm doing Sonic Bloom in Colorado, Spring Awakening in Chicago. Kind of spacing on what else I'm doing. I'm doing Shambhala at the end of the year and up in Canada, or at the end of the summer.
Nice.
And a few other ones, but I can't remember.
So do you like doing this whole festival weekend to weekend,
Yes.
running around all over the country
Yes,
and just gracing everyone with your presence?
Summer is my favorite because of the festivals. I went to festivals before I was playing them just to rage it, so they're definitely the most fun to play.
Yeah, so do you prepare differently for a festival versus like going into a city and just having a show?
It depends on the festival and the time slot. So sometimes I will go a little bit harder for the festivals, whereas in a venue I'll play more of my stuff and keep it a little bit chiller.
So
but this year the sets are pretty similar.
what do you notice, like, as far as where your turnout is? Like, where do you have a better like vibe at festivals or in cities, or what do you like? What's the turnout as far as where you like to play?
Well, festivals, like, no matter what, there's gonna be a big crowd because there's just the kids at the festivals coming to rage it, even if they don't know who you are. So probably festivals, depending on the city, the venue shows are good, but festivals are always the biggest crowds for sure.
So do you ever try to get that coveted late night festival slot?
I do when we can. Last night we actually played pretty early at 11 o'clock in the barn, and I wasn't expecting too much people, but it ended up being like really packed, like probably 2,000 kids there or more. It was crazy.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was
Way to
awesome
get the word out. Yeah. So when you play, I've noticed you like to drop the bass. And my question for you is, like, what makes you decide the best moment to drop the bass? Because it's really, I mean, this is an epic moment for many people for a show. That like awesome like build up, and then, damn, there you go.
I guess I drop the bass whenever it comes in the track.
Do you feed off that energy when the crowd just like throws it at you, like, oh my god, I can't believe you just did that?
Yeah.
Does that help you just keep on trucking?
Absolutely. When there's those moments where you hear the crowd like yell and scream, that definitely gets you like, all right, I'm doing well. When you don't hear that, you're like, all right,
Keeps
I
you going.
gotta step it up a little
Fuels
bit.
your tank. Do you prepare differently for like a Midwest show versus like a show, back on the West Coast?
A little bit. West Coast, depending on where you are, can be sometimes a little bit elitist, so you gotta be careful what you're playing. Here it's fun because kids are just coming to like rage, and they're just party kids, so
no one's judging you.
No one.
Just
for the
give
most
us
part,
whatever
people
you
aren't
want to give
judging.
us.
They
That's the
just want a good
Midwest
set.
mentality.
I
We
like
are a
it.
friendly bunch.
Exactly.
Be who you are.
I like playing.
We're accepting.
Yeah, well, I've been playing guitar since I was 12, and electronic music-wise, I was DJing. I just got older, it seemed like the cool thing to do, so I was DJing house parties and stuff. And then I started to go to some festivals on the West Coast, and seeing those kind of made me wanted to go and produce that kind of music. And that was kind of my inspiration for getting into this whole world of.
So do you enjoy bringing what you're making out on the West Coast back to the Midwest, back home?
Absolutely. I think it's doing well over here, so it's fun to bring that kind of vibe out here. Honestly, for me, it was really good timing and a lot of luck. Like, I didn't have like that huge long period of struggle where I was trying to make it. It like, I kind of
just
came
like
in.
the bass, it just drops.
Exactly. What else do you say?
I get what you're saying. You were at the right place at the right time, but you know what? If you're doing what you do, that's how people follow you. That's when people start paying attention. If you're doing the right thing at the right time.
And I'm stoked that I'm doing what I am, but
we're stoked you're doing what you're doing too.
I am stoked too, and hopefully I can do it for longer. But so far, nothing has been really, really hard. I've been very lucky to get to do this.
Well, sometimes talent comes naturally. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think there is some part of it that is natural, but it's definitely a lot of hard work too. So, electronic music-wise, when I kind of like got into it, I was listening to Bass Nectar, Mimosa, Marty Party, kind of like psychedelic bass music. Those are the guys that kind of got me into it.
So, do you ever fuse any other types of genres within the music that you throw down?
I mean, when I was younger, I was very into classic rock, like psychedelic classic rock, like Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd. So I get a lot of inspiration from the synths and guitars that they use. But
Do you ever try to incorporate that in what you do, or do you try to stick to your aesthetic?
no.
Are you into fusing?
No, I usually keep it straight electronic and like down the line. Do what you want to do. Don't try to mimic other people. I've gone through periods where I'm trying to make a certain kind of other kind of bass music, and I'm trying to copy other people, and it just sucks. So you gotta do what you want to do and be happy about it, and hope other people dig it.
Fucking awesome.
So
Drop
you heard
the
it here
bass.
first. Drop the bass
Yep.
from Minnesota. Whenever you feel, don't do it when other people think you're gonna drop the bass. Just drop the
Drop
bass.
it when you want to.
Coming to you live from Summer Camp 2013.